All right, welcome to the Wine Education Institute's series on what to expect with WSET, and we're talking about the WSET Level 1 Award in Wine. Hi, this is Barney Treadway, President of the Wine Education Institute. The WSET Level 1 Award in Wine is intended for people who have little or no prior knowledge of wine. It's designed to provide a rather basic but still solid foundation to the vast world of wine. You will learn the key stages in viticulture and winemaking. You're going to study the principal styles and types of wine, as well as learn key characteristics of wines made from the major well-known grape varietals. And we'll also discuss a few of the leading named wines. These are wines like Rioja, Sancerre, Chablis, etc. And finally, we'll talk a bit about proper storage and service of wine. If you're just entering the industry or are just fascinated or intimidated by wine, this is a great place to gain a foundation for your own personal or professional journey. However, if you have more than a couple of years of experience in restaurants or as a passionate consumer, we will often let you start your journey at Level 2 without the related cost or time of completing Level 1 first. This class usually has an even split of consumers and people in the industry. Now, like most WSET classes, you do have the choice to do the WSET Level 1 Award in Wine either in class or online. The online format is a bit more affordable, at least from us, and flexible with regard to the time it takes to complete. But a great benefit to the in-class version is being able to taste and evaluate a number of wines with your instructor and peers. Now, we generally teach this Level 1 in a single day, tasting 6 to 8 wines, maybe 10 wines, through the food and wine pairing section, and while learning the WSET systematic approach to tasting. Now, the online courses involve at least 6 hours of study, but it's spread out over a 4-week period. You can pretty much proceed at your own pace, although you do have a tutor who will guide the class through each of the learning modules. There are no specific times that you have to be online, but of course regular participation will allow you to get the most out of the experience. All online classes still require traveling to an approved program provider like us to take the exam. Now, we also do have some additional support tools to help ensure your success through your entire WSET pathway. We do have tests that are happening at least every month as well, so if you need to reschedule, just give us notice. It's usually not a problem. Please note that actual consumption of wine is not a prerequisite to successful completion of any of the Level 1 or 2 courses that WSET offers. There is not a tasting portion of any of the Level 1 or 2 exams either. We have had successful students who don't drink at all, and we're happy to work with you to achieve your career goals without creating conflicts in your personal, cultural, or religious life. So, there's a section discussing viticulture and winemaking. This includes understanding the main parts of a grape and the stages that a grape plant goes through in a single year. We'll talk about where and why grapes grow in certain regions and climates and how that can affect the finished wine. And once you have a sufficiently ripe grape, how do you then use that grape to make white, red, or rosé wines? And this section represents about 20% of the exam questions. Now, the second part of the class dives into about a dozen of the well-known named wines and then specific characteristics of about 8 actual grape varieties like Riesling, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Cabernet Sauvignon. You'll understand still versus sparkling versus fortified wines, and then we'll taste a number of these throughout the class. This section is the most important to grasp because there's about 60% of the exam questions come out of this area. Now, the final part of the class deals with proper storage and service of wine. This includes service temperature, safe opening, and a wonderful food and wine practical session where you'll learn how different foods and wines interact with each other. Now, the last 20% of the questions come from this part of the class. Now, as far as the exam goes, it's a closed book exam consisting of 30 multiple choice questions that you have 45 minutes to answer. You need a 70% to pass, and we've never had a student run out of time in this exam. You'll be able to take the time to really read each question before answering. And just so you know, our pass rate for this course here at the Wine Education Institute is, I think, 99%. You won't get your results back immediately, as we have to send the exams back to London for processing. That can take about 2 to 3 weeks, But rest assured, we will let you know your results the day we receive email notification of your score. Now, the pins and certificates arrive usually a week or more after that. And at the Wine Education Institute, your tuition includes sending your certificate and pin anywhere in the U.S. by priority mail. We hope this helps you understand the WSET Level 1 Award in Wine program. Feel free to ask any specific question in the comments below, or better yet, shoot us an email to info@edu.wine. We'd be happy to answer any questions you might have, regardless of whether or not you're a student of ours. That said, we'd be very happy to have you in our classes or as an online student. Our class schedule is regularly updated at edu.wine, and while we have satellite testing and teaching centers across the U.S., we're also happy to travel anywhere in the world to teach and test this curriculum. So, hope to see you in class. Cheers.